The Billboard Top 75 R&B Singer List Review. I said this because we want to go ahead and review what they did. And I'm going to start off by saying that the only reason why I'm doing a review of this is because at least they made an attempt. At least this wasn't filled out by some record executive's little white frat daughter or sorority kid, whatever you want to call them. They actually made a decent attempt. It's still mostly wrong, but they made a decent attempt. I do agree with the top three. You know, a few other things can be thrown in there, but I'm not mad at Stevie Wonder being number one, Aretha two, and Michael Jackson number three. I'm not mad at that at all. Now, on my personal list that you guys are going to see on insensandashtrays.com and that I'm going to premiere first on my Patreon, we're going to go through my list on Patreon and play some of the music. But on my personal list, yes, Stevie Wonder would still be number one. So I do agree with that. And there are plenty of reasons. I don't want to hear no R. Kelly talk. Well, he number one. No. Nobody. And I'll go so far as to say not even Prince has brought more to music than Stevie Wonder. And it's not that I'm going to compare those two guys because they're both gods in their own right. So I agree with Prince being number one. I mean, Stevie Wonder being number one. Vocally, musically, production style, lyricism, all that stuff. But in my personal list, when you get to my personal list, you're not going to see too many people that started after 1979 barely get in my top 20. But that's my list. Let's go into their list. With that being said, welcome chat room. Welcome mods. Appreciate all y'all for joining. This channel is under a heavy shadow ban. If you notice, I look at my channels like a lot. It's a few other YouTube channels that I have to go to. Now I see what y'all saying when it comes to mine. Most of y'all got to go ahead and search me out in order to find out that I'm on. Most of y'all got to find me because YouTube is not going to put me up showing that I'm live. So I need you guys' help. Because I talk a lot about the people in the industry, you know. I talk music, but I tell the straight no chase the truth. You know what I mean? I talk about, I don't have any reverence for your Jay-Z's and your Beyoncé's and your Fat Joes. And, you know, I don't have any reverence for your Diddy's and the people who, your Drakes and the artists, your Nicki Minaj's and Cardi B's. I don't really show much love to those mainstreamers. And so I don't get too much of a mainstream look. I get a whole bunch of new subs, but the subs don't come back and look at the videos. Why? Because they're not being fucking suggested. So that's why I need you guys' help on pushing this out. My list is gonna be coming up. I'm putting my list up on Patreon first, and then I will put it up on insensandashtrays.com and put it out here for everybody. All right. But yeah, we got. Make sure y'all hit the like button when y'all come in here. So without any further ado, let's break down what's going on with this list. All right. At 75, they have Ruth Brown. I appreciate this selection. She was one of the early Atlantic Records artists before Aretha, before Fontella Bass, before Diana Ross. Before them, she was up there near the top. I remember hearing, I know my father-in-law, I remember he went to her funeral, and I remember him telling me how massive it was, how many people showed up to her, how she had a lot of love that she had in the industry. A lot of love. Summer Walker, number 74. Personally, I'm not a big Summer Walker fan. Summer Walker's good. I don't have no issues with Summer Walker, but top 75, I don't know about that. Couple hits, I don't know if I could put her somewhere in top 75. Not with all the R&B greats that we have out there. Etta James at 73. I don't know. This is kind of low. Let me change this backdrop. Etta James at 73. That's kind of low. That's kind of low. I don't know if I agree with that. Yes, that song. Let me see. Let me change it. Hold on. Let me put a title up. Let me see here. What was that? All right, cool. Let me put this title up. All right, cool. There we go. So 73. She sang at Cadillac Records. I said Cadillac Records. Our movie Cadillac Records. She sang at Chess Records. As a matter of fact, if you're on Patreon, if you're already on my Patreon, go back and watch one of my 2 interviews with Mr. Bobby Rush. He talks about being the person that drove the car to pick Etta James up from the airport when she went to go sign her Chess Records deal in Chicago. You get a first-hand story from Mr. Bobby Rush. Jackie Wilson at 72. This is another one that's extremely low to me because Jackie Wilson is very important. Jackie Wilson is, you could really say it was the hits that he had with Berry Gordy that really got Motown off started. It was those hits that he had with Berry Gordy that gave Berry Gordy enough money to start Motown. My heart is crying. Jackie Wilson was one of the first really mega stars of rhythm and blues. He inspired Elvis. He was one of the best dancers of his time. You see a lot of Jackie Wilson dance moves in Michael Jackson, and you also see a lot of Jackie Wilson and James Brown. See, before James Brown was Mr. Dynamite, Jackie Wilson was Mr. Excitement. So because of his profound impact on James Brown and Michael Jackson, by default, I think he has to be a lot further up. Keisha Cole, I don't know why she's on this list. Let's keep going. Her, I think that she's on the way. I don't know if I could say her. I don't know if she's done enough. But if she's going to be on the list, this is about an appropriate. This is an appropriate place to have her if she's going to be on the list. I'm with all the R&B greats out there. And here's another reason why I'm saying what I have to say. People might say, "Oh, well, why are you just hating because these new artists they had a 3-month run at number 1, or this album went number 1." Let me tell you something. The competition for rhythm and blues in the 70s was so stiff that albums that went number 35 can go number 1 today. Cuts that barely cracked the top 50 can be top 2 today. There was a lot more competition, so charts to me don't matter as much because the charts are relative. Take, for instance, Bobby Womack, that's right here. One of the things that hurt Bobby Womack's career was by the time the mid 70s came, and you can listen to this in my interview with Dr. Logan Westbrooks. By the mid 70s, all of the record labels, both black radio stations and the record labels, are now looking for pop hits, popular hits. Bobby Womack didn't make songs that were going to be radio pop hits. He made music that was grits and shrimp. Music that was going to stick with you all day and night. Music that's going to still be getting played years and years and years later. Substance. Bobby Womack was all about substance in his lyrics. You know what I'm saying? You add songs like If You Think You Lonely Now, Wait Until Tonight, Girl. What? Think you're lonely now. Wait. Nigga. He has songs like The Facts of Life, Player Songs, He'll Be There. I'm just trying to be around for one night. Like this. These aren't going to be top charting hits, but they songs that speak to different areas and aspects of life. You know, Bobby Womack, Across 110th Street. That's the way I feel about you. I mean, so many songs. A woman's got to have it. You got to give her what she want, when she want it, how she want, and where she wants it. That's life game. Not a pop tune. So, you know, Bobby Womack, I would have him a little higher, but he most definitely is on this list. Then you have Phyllis Hyman. I mean, her singing. Oh my God. See, one thing Phyllis Hyman was, when you listen to other women in the industry, she was someone that put a lot of other singers up on game. Whether you're talking about Whitney Houston, or whether you're listening to Stephanie Mills, or whether you're listening to, it's like when you listen to a lot of women talk about their interactions with Phyllis Hyman, they talk about her really being open about what's going on and what stardom is, and really warning a lot of young singers against the ills and harms of stardom. You got Tank on the list. I'm not sure I put him on here at all. You know, I like his podcast though. I love his podcast. And and he might be able to go on here, you know, in some of your top writers, but personally, I wouldn't have him on my list. Now, Keith Sweat, he most definitely belongs on the list. Keith Sweat had his own era. And one thing I appreciate about Keith Sweat was self-maintained, self-managed, you know? Self-maintained, self-managed. So he had his own ecosystem. This shit moving slow as hell, my computer. because I remember Keith Sweat was around when I was a kid. And I remember being in elementary school. And all throughout elementary school, you heard Keith Sweat everywhere. Middle school, you heard Keith Sweat everywhere. Even when I got to high school, you heard Keith Sweat. Here it is. You heard this shit all the time. This shit was always on when I yeah, you know I will. I surely will. Man, that shit was, man, you heard that shit every goddamn where. And like people, the thing Keith Sweat got, people would always be like, oh, Keith Sweat can't sing. Now, could Keith Sweat sing like Gerald Levert? No. But Keith Sweat sang 1,000 times better than anybody that's out now. Nigga, you heard this shit everywhere back in the 80s. You heard that shit everywhere. Tina Marie at 65. I think this is too low. Out of all the white people, they got it right by knowing which white person to put on the list. And the only white person that belongs on the list, and that's Tina Marie. Personally, Tina Marie is going to be in my top 40, top 50. But 65, you could tell they don't really know because the must-listen song they chose was Out on a Limb. Nah, that's a white person chose that song. And I like Out on a Limb. But that is not the first song that I would pick for Tina Marie. If I were going to showcase Tina Marie's vocal skill, I pick this. I'd pick that right there. If I were going to put in show how much soul and groove she had, that's where I would rank her higher. And I would not choose Out on a Limb as a song you guys need to hear. Yeah, I would choose Young Love. It's a lot of songs. Square Biz, Deja Vu, Fire and Desire. And one of my favorites is actually Ooh La La La. I'd probably choose this. I think this is a song that introduced me to Tina Marie when I was a kid. I remember this shit playing everywhere when I was a kid. I love the lyrics of that song too. I like this lyric right here. Love is for the lasting and it's yours just for the asking, for the taking. Love is for the lasting and it's yours just for the asking, for the taking. I love that song right there, boy. Then at number 64, Lettucey. I appreciate them for putting Lettucey on the list. Because Lettucey is somebody who I think was really jerked around and done wrong by the music industry. Going back to what I talked about, how like R&B was destroyed. What they did was they messed up when it comes to R&B, they messed up the formula. And I think on purpose. They messed the formula up. What's the formula? The formula is combining the great singer with the great producer and the best musicians and the best sound engineers. That's how it's still done for white any kind of white artist or non-black artist that wants to do R&B. That's what they get. Lettucey is somebody who never got that. She basically scraped. I don't know how she scraped through a career without the backing from the industry. Because a voice like hers needs for real backing. And she still found a way. And she did have great producers for a song here and a song there. And she had a lot of good production on her music. But it's so much music that was put together and basically played, how can I say this? With bad ingredients. What I call bad ingredients? Music made on a laptop, on a computer, beats, great melodies, but a voice like Ledisi, you need strings, you need everything, horns, and she didn't get that. But I do love the song that she did with Robert Glasper back about 10 years ago on Black Radio. I liked her version of her remake of All Right that she did with Robert Glasper. This would be one of the songs I would tell y'all to listen to with her. I'll be okay. Robert Glasper's a motherfucking genius. Her and Robert Glasper together? Nigga. Music Soul Child. Now I like this. Music Soul Child is one of my, like from my, I always say from my generation. I call my generation the people that came in 90s and along. In the 90s and 2000s. And Music Soul Child, he's who got me through college. Come on, computer, stop freezing. Sorry, his website is frozen. Come on, man. Well, we still on Music Soul Child. Music Soul Child, especially his run, them first 3 albums, nigga. Music's first 3 albums? What is it? Hey, I Just Want to Sing, Loving Music, Soul Star. This shit right here. I love this shit.
Last night I had a dream.
Soul Star, you've come so far from where you started. Don't be afraid to let your light shine on the world. Excuse my singing, but shit, that's my song. This right here. Come on now.
Your attitude flows pleasantly. I remember when you was
Nigga. And when I first got my first sound system in my first car, you had to play this. You had to play this if you had a sound system.
is playing tricks on me, but I could have sworn.
Mary, how could you go around and hurt me so? Next up, they got Anthony Hamilton. And I think this is appropriate because Anthony Hamilton got soul. He's another person that eked a career out of an era that R&B was no longer being produced the right way and done the right way. But he got this song that was actually written by Jarvis Mosey, J-Mo. Y'all know J-Mo, friend of the show. He wrote this song right here, Giving You the Best of Me by Anthony Hamilton. Anthony Hamilton is somebody else who, I mean, when it comes to soul, he could have sang in any era. That motherfucker got a soulful ass voice. When you listen to Anthony Hamilton sing, it's like you want to pick cotton when you're done. Like this song was more happy right here he did with J-Mo.
Smile, and I smile, and I say, ooh.
And if you watch my documentary, when I put it out, I got a part in there where J-Mo talks about the gospel chords that he used for that song. And then he got this one song that he did with Roy Hargrove called Quiet Home. Sometimes I can't sleep, and I can't live. That nigga sound like he just finished. I feel like picking the cotton out of my bed when I hear that goddamn, all that soul in that nigga's voice. That's a strong singing brother right there, man. Salute to Anthony Hamilton. Make sure y'all hit the like and share. This channel is extremely suppressed. Ashanti. I don't know if she's nowhere on my list. No respect to Ashanti. I don't want to say anything bad, but Ashanti wouldn't be in my top 150. Neo. He definitely belongs on this list. He's not on my list, but he definitely belongs on the list. As a matter of fact, no, he is on my list. Let me look at my list. Neo is on my list. Hold on. Where do I have Neo? I have Neo right now. I have him in the 70s, and I'm sorry, in the 60s. So this is around where he is on my list. This is around where he is on my list. Fantasia. I love Fantasia's voice, but I don't know if Fantasia's done enough outside of winning American Idol. Like, and I don't really count American Idol. That show's stupid. I love Fantasia. Top 75. Does she have a top 75 voice? Hell yeah. But as far as the music that she's put out, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Peabo Bryson, most definitely top 75. I'm not mad at the placement either. He had a lot of great music, but his issue came in the 80s. He really was him and James Ingram were really at the forefront of that really cheesing up black music. It was great vocals, great music. The music was still jamming. I'm not saying it didn't. But in the in the early 80s, like you had a changing of the guard of the sound. What they did was the more soulful R&B basically got kicked out.
And body also pure, I'd love to share my life with them. Seemingly,
that was Don Blackman, that more soulful. He's not on this list. It was getting real soulful with our sound. I mean, it was really soulful, and so there was a departure. It was shit like this from Don Blackman that we were going to with our sound. You hear that soul, it's just and then it went from that to play, motherfucker. I hit play.
all the love we made, all those tender nights and those
days. See how it went from collard greens and hoe cakes to champagne and tuxedos? And there's nothing wrong with that. And Peabo Bryson, James Ingram, these guys were at the forefront of that more cheesy R&B. And this is at a time that, if you read books like The Death of R&B, a lot of black artists capitulated to the white sound. The white sound was trying to, instead of the black music going blacker, the black music went towards white yacht rock, blue-eyed soul, in order to gain a more mass appeal. And Peabo Bryson was a part of that. Unfortunately, a lot of his music didn't last throughout the rest of the 80s. and he wasn't able to tour the world like Frankie Beverly, not tour the world, but tour and sell out concerts on the level of Frankie Beverly, somebody who never capitulated. Then they got Tevin Campbell. I'm not mad. I would have Tevin Campbell a little bit higher. Tevin Campbell really, as a young man, he really owned his era. He really, whatever I would do, I would have Tevin Campbell ahead of Usher. Tevin Campbell, man. It's just that back then, once people found out you was gay, it was over with. And cats kind of knew. But when he dropped this shit right here, nigga had Ashley from the Fresh Prince in his videos. Nigga, Tevin Campbell and with babyface lyrics, boy. I would actually rank Tevin a little higher. Not that much higher. Joe. I like this. Joe is somebody else who I think that he came at a time that, you know, the industry was moving away from R&B. And even though the industry was moving away from R&B, Joe still found a way to hold it down for a while. I think if Joe had come in 10, 20 years prior, he could have, with the right production, he would have still been good. Joe's one of the ones I think in the 70s he'd have been fine because his voice was so strong. Like Usher in the 70s, voice too weak. I don't think we ever find out how good of a dancer Usher is because his voice wouldn't be strong enough to make it in the 70s. And a lot of them cats that sang real good, we black. A lot of people that sang real good could dance just as good too. But it wasn't about that in the 70s and the 60s. It was about what you brought with your voice. And I think Joe would have did that. Then we got Natalie Cole. And I like this. Natalie Cole most definitely belongs on there. Natalie Cole most definitely belongs on this list. Hit that like button. See, she sang R&B. She sang jazz. She doesn't get in the discussion, I think, as much as she should.
Cause we'll always have my love is surely one thing you can surely do.
Natalie Cole. Rocky, you just fought. God damn, Rocky just dropped a bomb. Shit, little nigga. You just dropped a bomb, homie. What you doing over here? Rocky, I thought Rocky was asleep. This nigga was woke up. You woke up with a bomb, literally. Shit, Rocky. You got a shit on me? We got 54 more artists to go, all right? After we get to these 54 artists, you don't get to go take a shit, all right, buddy boy? Sticking up my goddamn room. Jasmine Sullivan. I like this pick right here. I like Jasmine Sullivan. I like her. J-Mo got won another Grammy with her. The same person who wrote "Give You the Best of Me" by Anthony Hamilton. He wrote some of her hit songs too. I like Jasmine Sullivan. Man, look, I'm telling you right now, we can go with the top 75 R&B list just for Philadelphia. And that's why I don't agree with putting people like Keisha Cole and Usher so high. Philadelphia could have his own top 75. And Jasmine Sullivan will be on that list. What's up, Miriam? Oh, yeah, Mr. Melody. If you want to hear some vocal ability from Natalie Cole, Mr. Melody. Mr. Melody. Nigga.
Mr. Melody. Mr. Melody.
Y'all heard that key change? Come on, Natalie Cole. Jill Scott, another Philly. On my list, Jill's a little bit higher. But Jill Scott most definitely belongs on this because Jill Scott came at a time they really put a death knell in R&B. And when she dropped that, you're getting in the way of what I'm feeling. When they dropped that, man. And then you got Stephanie Mills, number 52. This is way too low for me because of her vocal ability. Her vocal ability. It's so second to none. Come on, Rocky. Her vocal ability is so amazing. And then that run she had in the late 80s. I learned to respect the power of love. Nigga, what? Home. Songs like that? Man, please. Let's see. And I'm playing this live right now. If you want to see the replay, this replay is going to be on Patreon because I'm playing this music. I'm playing this music right now. So let's let y'all know this is going to be a Patreon exclusive when I'm done. All right. This will be a Patreon exclusive when I'm done. Because me playing all this music will for sure get my ass demonetized. But Rick James, this is far too low. Rick James has his own subgenre of rhythm and blues called punk funk. Oh, Rocky over here. Hold on. Let me give Rocky some food real quick. 1 second, y'all. We'll be right back. All right, I'm back. If you want to see any replay of this, you will have to go over to Patreon because we are playing the music here, all right? But we're doing it live on YouTube and live on Twitter. There you go, Rocky. Right there, nigga, eat that. But Rick James, I think it's a travesty, him being this low. And also, we forget that Rick James is the person that really fought for black people to be on MTV. Rick James took the bullets for Michael Jackson and Prince. Rick James took the bullets for Michael Jackson and Prince while creating his own subgenre of rhythm and blues, what we call punk funk. I'm looking for a Rick James song now. Come on now. Shake your body all over me, woman. Yeah. Here we go. Here we go. Rick James had his own sound. He can go funky with you like that, or he can go groove with songs like this. Moonchild. That bass. Doom, 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 doom. Doom, 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 doom. Doom, 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 doom. Come on now. He can go. Even when the sound changed and got more electronic, Rick was right there with it. Who are you?
There's no dictionary book.
You hear that evolution from songs like Bustin' Out. They're trying to sound like Funkadelic right here.
Everybody come along. We're gonna dance on the funk.
You see where he got the inspiration from the P-Funk sound and evolved it into his own sound. Far too low, Billboard. Shame on you. Here, Rocky. Far, far, far too low. John Legend, get this nigga out of here. We're going to keep scrolling. John Legend, really? Nigga, we gonna call John Legend Cracker and B, nigga. No, he had a couple good songs early on that were produced by Kanye. They brought him in when the neo soul sound was thriving, and out of nowhere we get this Derry Cow looking nigga, and he done since turned into a fake ass Lionel Richie. He don't belong on this at all. Bobby Brown, most definitely. Yes. Hell no. Don't ever insult Nat King Cole like that, KG. No, he does not. No. No. John Legend is a knockoff of Carl Thomas, okay? John Legend is a Carl Thomas knockoff. He came in sounding like Carl Thomas. Ain't no sound no damn Nat King Cole. He don't enunciate and sing with the clarity and purity of tone as a damn Nat King Cole. No. Don't ever insult Nat King Cole like that. Do you know how great Nat King Cole was? Hold on. Nat King Cole isn't on this list because his genre was more standards. He wasn't in the R&B genre when he played. I'm gonna go, what?
Near or far, like a song of love that clings to me, how the thought of you does.
Don't that song sound so beautiful? Don't you agree? That's Nat King Cole. Unforgettable in every way. This is John Legend.
Love. At times we get sick of love. It seems like we argue every day. I know I misbehaved. You made your mistakes, and we both got
Nigga sound like he bowing. Nigga sound like a sheep. He sing way better than I do, but please don't compare him to Nat King Cole. Yeah, Frank Sinatra jacked Nat King Cole style. You damn right. Y'all getting this live right now on YouTube, but this will be a Patreon exclusive because I'm not cutting all this music out to keep it up on YouTube. The music is going to stay, And you're going to find it on Patreon. And also my members, you'll get it too. Come on, Rocky. But let's get to Bobby Brown. Bobby Brown was an era on his own. Like, I say, before y'all start comparing Chris Brown and Michael Jackson, y'all got to start trying to compare Chris Brown to Bobby Brown. Bobby Brown, between his singing and he did it in a group, he did it solo, and he's one of the greatest performers to ever live. James Brown, Bobby Brown, Chris Brown, DeJuan Brown. But I don't dance like them niggas. Lauryn Hill, I'm not mad. Even though she had basically one album, that album was very impactful. She sings with so much soul and grace and style. I'm not mad at her. Sometimes you don't have to have a whole lot of work. But the work that you did do has to speak volumes. And the little work that she did do spoke volumes. So I'm not mad. The Weeknd does not belong on this list at all. I'm just going to keep scrolling. Rihanna does not belong on this list. The Weeknd and Rihanna are two people that benefit from being the darlings of their label at a time that the industry was even they had taken out neo soul. They had taken out a lot of your soul singers. They didn't put no money behind Jasmine Sullivan. They didn't put no money behind Layla Hathaway. They didn't put no money behind Ledisi and all of those. Leela James is another one who I think would be on this list had she gotten more exposure. Leela James had to suffer. Frank McComb, Eric Darius. All these great R&B acts didn't get a chance. So Rihanna and The Weeknd can come around and give us a whole bunch of nothing in B. Rhythmless and no blues. Or I should call it rhythmless blues, because they ain't got no blues. Rhythmless, no blues. What the fuck what do we call The Weeknd and Rihanna? What do we call them? They're not R&B. I call it rhythmless bullshit. That's what they are. The Weeknd and Rihanna are beneficiaries of an era that R&B, all the budgets for R&B had gone into hip hop, and the little money left over for R&B was Beyonce, The Weeknd, and Rihanna. At least Beyonce is a great singer and did something with it. The Rihanna, I don't get Rihanna or The Weeknd. Neither of them can sing. They're horrible performers. What the fuck? They songs ain't talking about shit. I mean, it's the most surface level mumbo jumbo you could ever want to hear. Neither The Weeknd or Rihanna, these people don't belong in the top 500. They don't belong in the top 500. And they don't belong in the same universe as D'Angelo. But my question is, I think whoever's doing this list, they're sabotaging which songs to listen to. Like, I love D'Angelo, and D'Angelo's one of my favorites. But out of all of the D'Angelo songs, they chose 1,000 Deaths. And I love that. That's a good song. Like, I don't think D'Angelo's ever put out a bad record, let alone a bad song. So D'Angelo is one of those artists, in my opinion, that he don't even have a bad song. But that's what you chose and not Untitled?
Won't you come closer to me, baby? Hey.
That shit can go in any era. Devil's Pie, Chicken grease? Come on now. Lady. Are they serious? I think they're trying to sabotage some of these artists. 1,000. I would like. D'Angelo got a lot of songs, man. Even though he only got 3 albums, all 3 albums are bangers, top to bottom. So even though he have a lot of albums, only got 3 albums, but in those 3 albums got a lot of hits. I mean, a lot of great songs. And if I'm gonna go with anything on the Black Messiah album, it's gonna be 2 songs on Black Messiah that I would go with. Really Love. That bass line is so cool, ain't it? That fretless bass. Man, that's it. That song made me want to smoke a cigarette. And I don't even smoke cigarettes. In Another Life. That sitar. That's my shit. Why they chose 1,000 Deaths? This is some 1,000 Deaths that they chose. I'm not against the song. I like the song. I like the song.
With Jesus, when I say Jesus, I'm not talking about some blonde-haired, blue-eyed, pale skin.
He has Khalid Muhammad starting it.
Christ, talking about the Jesus of Messiah. We're taking up on a heel, up on.
That song 1,000 Deaths is such a departure from what the smooth D'Angelo. We fell in love with smooth D'Angelo. 1,000 Deaths is for people who just really fucking love D'Angelo. If you're just now coming into D'Angelo, I would no way in hell tell you to listen to 1,000 Deaths. You have to really love D'Angelo to like that song. And I love D'Angelo's music, so I like it. But as a such D'Angelo supporter, I would never recommend that song as the first song you listen to. If anything, the first song is probably going to be this, honestly. This is probably the first D'Angelo song I take listen to right here.
Let me tell you about this girl, baby, I should. I met her in Philly, and her name was Brown. See, we be making love.
That's D'Angelo. And then you got SZA. With this Kendrick Lamar tour, she's making her way up. She's making her way up. She's not in my top 75. And let me tell you why she's not in my top 75. She uses too much auto-tune. She has a great voice. She makes good music. But R&B, it's about what you can emote, what I can feel from you. It's not about just sounding good. It's about feeling good. And if SZA used her beautiful voice that God gave her, I'd have her in my top 75. But she doesn't. Nobody in my top 75 cheated. And when it comes to R&B, well, Chris Brown is in it technically because of his run. I have him in it because of how much music that he made. So there's some auto-tune, but no, you don't know. You can't be auto-tuned out and get pushed ahead of the people who had to go la 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 la. La 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 la. The people who practice their skills are always going to beat the people who didn't. Those of you who do auto-tune and program beats, like I said before, you guys are helping with the AI sound. AI is going to kick everybody out. Dionne Warwick, I like this selection. And I like where it's placed. See, Dionne Warwick, she was the one that gave white women the sound on how to sing R&B. And this is not a slight on Dionne Warwick. See, at all. I'm just telling you how music works. Out of her sisters, they always say Dionne Warwick, and I don't know why her picture isn't loading. But they always say out of her sisters, Dionne Warwick didn't have the strongest voice. And Dionne Warwick, the way she sang with a very straight ahead tone. She sang in a way that made it easy for Barbra Streisand and white women with no soul to somewhat sound black. Don't take that as a slight towards Dionne Warwick at all. Dionne Warwick just had her straight ahead sound that was very, it was very crossover style, Let me give you an example.
You know the way to San Jose. I'm going back to find some peace of mind in San Jose.
You see how it's kind of on top?
There's a great big freeway. Put 100 down and buy a car. In a week, maybe two, they'll make you a star.
She came right down the note, on the beat. And that's how white people got to sing, because most black music is in between the notes. And Dionne didn't sing in between the notes. She sang on the notes. So that gave your white women the blueprint on how to do somewhat black music. Doris said, I feel like I'm on some sort of boat. Oh, shit. That's why I don't even read the comments. Y'all stupid. And they chose Walk On By. And that I don't disagree with that. I like her version of Walk On By. I like Isaac Hayes' a lot better. But I like hers. Listen. Wait, let me go back to the beginning.
Down the street, and I start to cry each time we meet. Walk on by, walk on by.
You notice how Dionne is on the note. Another legendary guy, Dionne Warwick. And far, far, far too low, they have Barry White. Barry White's in my top 15. Barry White never gets his credit for creating the first disco song. For recording the first song classified in disco. With the Love Unlimited Orchestra. Come on now. That 30-second intro alone was an experience that should put him in the top 20. Just that intro alone. See, Barry White, I mean, what can you say about Barry White? Like, there you have all of the pop songs that he had that crossed over and did well, but he also had the shit that you just have to get the album to hear. Songs like listen to this right here. Just listen to this right here. Close your eyes and just listen to I'm playing about 30 seconds of this song.
Like the way you might say a word,
This Barry White. Listen to them strings.
the way you wear your hair, you have a certain smile on your face. Or just the way you're standing there right now. And you really, really, really look good to me, baby.
Hear that?
And your baby
real slow. Just build it.
Yes, Lord.
This is R&B right here.
You look good to me right now. And your baby blues.
Hear that slight crescendo? It's a slight crescendo.
Them baby blues and you.
And then listen to the strings come in. Here it comes. This is R&B right here. In the strings. See, R&B takes its time. See, I just have to play that. Just that build. That's R&B. That's R&B. And he knew how to turn around and make you dance to it, to the love music too. Barry White even made dance music sexy. Come on now, here we go.
What you had to say to me.
I messed up. Right here we go.
When we met, it wasn't quite clear to me.
What I'm trying to get you guys is to understand is the real rhythm and blues had a certain texture to it. It's a texture. It's not about just the lyrics. It's not about just the vocal ability. It's about the texture it's presented in and packaged in.
Take it off.
You have these grand productions like Love Serenade.
Goes on behind closed doors. The very depths of our
Here it is.
love. You and me, baby. Love.
Hear that orchestra?
Serenade.
These aren't even Barry White's big. I'm not even playing other than Ecstasy. Ecstasy was a big hit. Other than Ecstasy, I'm not even playing his big hits. I'm playing the stuff that you had to know Barry White. You had to know Barry White to hear that, to hear these songs. And if you want to go to charts, Barry White controlled like a decade of music. Like, there was no one person controlling anything. He went to number one, but number one, you could not stay at number one long in the 70s because there was too much quality music coming out. It was way too much quality music coming out in the 70s. You were not going to stay at number one for too long. Not because your song didn't deserve to be at number one for a long time, but because next week, the Jackson 5 was coming out with something. The Gap Band. The next week, somebody was coming out with something that was going to knock your shit off. Not because your shit wasn't great. Like, this is another Barry White song that I love right here. It wasn't one of his major hits.
I need to know that I have someone that I can love.
Listen to this. This is how it comes in.
Baby, you're the one. The one I
Hear
need.
that backbeat?
Can you make me feel the way I think you can?
This wasn't even one of his major hits.
And girl, can you
Number
make
42.
me realize how good it is to be a
Listen,
man?
it's a change coming right here. It's a change coming. Listen.
Can you take the cold nights and make them seem so warm?
Change.
Can you unfold mysteries and thrill me with all your charm?
Come on now. It's a texture. And Barry White had that texture. You can't put this man outside of the top 15. What? You can't put this man out of the top 15 Billboard? What the fuck is y'all problem? That's how you know the people who wrote on this list. You got some people who know what they talking about, but these people ain't got no soul. You can tell somebody that ain't got no soul put this list together. Then you got Brandy ahead of Barry White. I don't want to get a fight amongst black folks, Brandy, but let me see where she is on my list. I'm gonna be doing my list too pretty soon. It's done. I'm just finalizing the order, and I have 77 people on my list right now. I gotta knock 2 off and reorganize my list. But where's Brandy on my list right now? I have Brandy at like 71 on my list. But they put Brandy ahead of Barry White. That's all you need to know. They put Aaliyah ahead of Barry White. Oh, rest in peace to the dead. But what? See, Aaliyah brought in the whisper era. She definitely has impact. Aaliyah most definitely impacted the singers moving forward. But the question is, impact in one way. In what way? Because when Aaliyah came, that's when the industry started really making way for pretty singers with not good voices. That makes a way for Ashanti. That makes a way for Rihanna. That makes a way for these artists that look like models but can't sing that good. Aaliyah definitely had a sound, and she was definitely a star. And I'm not mad at her being on the list because of her influence. She most definitely had influence. But Aaliyah aside, because I think she was multi-talented and she belongs. The people that came behind Aaliyah in the Aaliyah mold, none of them belong. Aaliyah's the only one. Everyone else that came in the behind the Aaliyah class, yeah. Aaliyah ushered in, okay, you ain't really got to sing that good. Really, Mary J. Blige, Mary and Aaliyah, you really didn't have to sing good to be an R&B singer. Before Mary and Aaliyah, you had to be able to sing. You had to, Aaliyah and Mary brought in, you ain't really got to sing that hard, that good. Roberta Flack, she most definitely belongs on here. I'm not mad at this. I think this is a little high, and I love Roberta Flack, but I think this is a little high for Roberta Flack, especially above a Barry White. She has some great songs, but Barry White at 42 really bothers me. It really bothers me. All these people they have above Barry, none of these people that they have so far are above Barry White. And I love Maxwell. Maxwell was the first concert me and my wife ever went to. And I went to go see Maxwell a couple years ago at the Hollywood Bowl. I've seen Maxwell live at least 10 times. I love him. And my favorite song from Maxwell is a song produced by none other than Leon Ware. That's Leon Ware production. But by no way is he supposed to be above Barry White. Frank Ocean, he doesn't belong on the list. I don't even know why Frank Ocean's on the list to begin with. Second, I don't even know why he's this high. This is how you know people with no soul. Is it because he came out? I don't know. Why is Frank Ocean even on the list? Let's keep scrolling. Toni Braxton. She belongs on the list. And I'm not mad at the placement, but I have Toni Braxton a lot lower on my list. And Toni Braxton was out of the mid 90s singers. Out of the singers of the mid 90s, Toni Braxton was probably my favorite of the early to mid 90s. She was one of my favorites. But the reason why Toni Braxton is a lot lower on my list is because the live performance thing. She came up in an era you really didn't need to perform live, and I saw her live a few times. Like, she doesn't go there live. She's a studio. I look at her as a studio singer, but she most definitely belongs on the list. Babyface most definitely belongs here, and I'm not too mad at the placement either. I'm not mad at the placement at all. It's funny. Oh shit. He's okay. I said not mad. Babyface is actually the first artist that's on the exact same place on my list. My list isn't. I don't want to show y'all my list yet. But if I were to show you guys my list, you would see Babyface. Let me see if I can make this smaller. Okay, here we go. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna show y'all some of my list to show I'm not bullshitting. But based on where I am right now on my list, look. Where is that shit? Where is it? Where is it? Pages. 35. So we agree at that. We agree with that. And my top, don't worry about my top. Shaka's not going to stay at number 3. I'm just kind of grouped everything in. Where my list is right now is not where it's going to stay. But I think I'm going to keep Babyface at number 35. They have Donna Summer on the list. See, if it's going to be a disco list, Donna Summer's number 1. Donna Summer came in through disco. And with most of her stuff being, for the most part, crossover disco, I'm debating on whether to put her on my R&B list because her songs are great, but her music, for the most part, wasn't played a lot on the R&B stations. It was more of a disco thing. But I'm fine with Donna Summer being on the list, especially if y'all gonna put if y'all gonna put the people y'all putting on this list. Alicia Keys, no, she doesn't belong on the list. No, doesn't belong there. No, Alicia Keys is not. She's above Barry White. No, she again was somebody who was brought in at a time they was killing rhythm and blues, and like John Legend, she's somebody that she was the industry tab. She was tapped by the industry during the neo soul era, and she was the one giving all the awards over India Irie, over Jill Scott. She's a Clive Davis, you know. So yeah, I don't put her on there. Lionel Richie most definitely belongs on here, and maybe a little bit higher. Maybe some family bias because every single hit that he did, from Brick House to Easy to Sail On, my father-in-law was a producer of. Commodores, Truly. Every song you see on here was produced by James Carmichael. So Lionel Richie paid for me and my wife's wedding. So I'm not. Hey, salute to Lionel. But he definitely belongs on here. And Lionel Richie was the prototype on how to cross a black artist over in the 80s. That's another thing. You know, when it came to crossing black artists over into the white side in the 80s, Lionel Richie played a major part in that. Anita Baker, love her. And I'm A-OK with where she's placed too. I am A-OK with where Anita Baker is on this list. She deserves to be pretty high up. She came in at a time that they were really trying to force out the live music sound. In the 80s, music had gotten very, very, very too much electronic. Like in the 80s, everything like songs like this by Midnight Star. Like in the 80s, it was getting very. A lot of 80s sound that started getting very mechanical like that. And I love that song. That's Midnight Star. But in the 80s, there was a lot of electronic sounds. They were really shifting the industry. They were really shifting the industry. And while the industry was shifting to a more electronic, mechanical sound, Anita Baker said, you know what? I'm going to stick to my guns. She came with that classic live instrumentation sound at a time they were trying to get rid of live instruments. Then you had Gladys Knight. And I'm okay with her placement. Especially when she teamed with Curtis Mayfield. especially when she teamed with Curtis Mayfield and dropped shit like this. Last Night in the Pips.
You're just smiling.
Little cha-cha.
All of your
Cha-cha
love
is an American rhythm, not an African rhythm.
is wishing
Cha-cha's
you well.
American.
Your tears, they just swell, so make yours a happy home.
Happy home, make yours a happy home.
Inside, I got a happy cry. All of my will has made me awake. I've got a love today.
Come on now. Diana Ross. Man, I love Diana Ross. I'm not mad at this selection because Diana Ross is really the blueprint for Beyonce. She's the blueprint for Janet. She's the blueprint for Barbara Streisand, for Taylor Swift. She's the blueprint that when it comes to a pop female singer, Diana Ross is it. That's the queen, not Beyonce. It's Diana. And Diana Ross really knew how to enunciate. Her thing was in enunciation. Like, she didn't have the most powerful voice, but she really knew how to enunciate. Like in this song right here. This is also produced by James Carmichael, the same person that produced Lionel Richie's whole career. He produced this song too, in New York with Diana. They were in New York for 6 months putting this album together. Listen to her enunciation.
Since you've been away, I've been down and lonely. Since you've been away, I've been thinking of you, trying to understand the reason you left me. What were you going through? I'm missing you. Tell me why the road turned.
Oh my God. A couple years ago, me and Tashina Arnold had a show together. And I produced the show, and Tashina performed. And we did a dedication to my father-in-law, Mr. James Carmichael. And that was one of the songs that we did. I played the drums on it. It was me on the drums, Tashina Arnold singing lead vocals. And that was a moment for me. And that was like my first time playing the drums live in front of an audience in like 15 years. I wish I had the video on this computer, but that video was there before my computer crashed. I got it somewhere, but it's just not, I don't have it available. But Tashina Arnold sang that. And she did such a beautiful job. Like, Mr. Carmichael really, really appreciated it. When Tashina sang that song and I played the drums on it, like, Mr. Carmichael really, 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 really appreciated it. That is a memory that I will never forget. Playing my father-in-law's music with Tashina singing lead. Yes, rest in peace, Calvin Yarborough from Yarborough and Peoples. Rest in peace. Thank you, appreciate it, Eddie. Rest in peace, Calvin Yarborough. Of course, Diddy bastardized people's music. He didn't just take it. Yeah, he did bastardize people's music. Yeah, Bad Boy fucked that song up. It didn't sound this good.
I'm missing
That's butter right there.
you. Tell me why the
See? And then Erykah Badu. I'm not mad at Erykah. I wouldn't put her ahead of Diana Ross, but actually I probably would put her ahead of Diana Ross because Erykah Badu led a new generation. And when it comes to the newer generation, when I say new generation, the post 90, the 90 generation and past, Erykah Badu really held it down. When they were trying to kill off R&B for real, when they were trying to give us all these non-singing women, when it's all about a woman flexing to take a turn from Pink Book lessons, when music came all about women flexing their thought pockets, Erykah Badu came out with this.
Yeah, we've been knowing each other for.
I want you in the world, want you in the world. How can I want you for myself when I'm already someone's girl? What am I supposed to do when I want you in the world? Want you in the world. How can I want you for myself when I'm already someone's girl?
Hear that swing?
First time that I saw.
That song just swings. I love that song. And then she came out with Mama's Gun. Man, that Mama's Gun album, man, this shit got me through my whole first year of college right here. This shit dropped like December 99. This album, along with Music Soul Child, I Just Want to Sing. Man, when she came out with that. Nigga, that right there, that shit, that was a B-side. That was one of the B-sides. And even like her last album, I think Erykah Badu's last album is still one of my favorites. It dropped way back in like 2010. New America Part 2. I still listen to New America. Part 2. And Part 1. But this right here. When she dropped this shit right here back in 2010. This shit got the decade started off right. My Lakers that just won their last championship. Yep, James Posey. On the other stuff.
Fans of wind blows and passing. Baby, I think I'm falling in love with you. Where you go, baby, what you do?
Yeah, she set the tone. And again, this replay will be on members and Patreon only. This will not stay up on YouTube. All right. So if you dig in, if you want to go back now, because as soon as this show is over with, it is going to be cut off. It will be members only, and it will also be up on YouTube on my Patreon. All levels of my Patreon. All paid levels of my Patreon. Shaka Khan being number 27. Hell no. Shaka needs to be way higher. She's the mother of funk. Shaka is how, once Shaka came, it changed how everybody else sings. There are very few schools of music, and there are certain singers who have their own school of music. You know, you have Billie Holiday School of Music. You have the Ella Fitzgerald School of Music. The Ma Rainey School of Music, the Bessie Smith School of Music, the Aretha Franklin School of Music, and you got the Shaka Khan School of Music with the back phrasing and the enunciation and the tone and the clarity and the power. Whitney Houston is from the Shaka Khan School of Music. let's not get it twisted. She has Aretha in her too, but Whitney Houston is from the Shaka Khan School of Music. That's Calm Shaka. That's Calm Shaka. And do you know this song right here, Please Pardon Me? This is Ray Parker Jr. playing the guitar and Shaka Khan improvising the lyrics. No, that's Please Pardon Me. No, I'm going to get to that Please Pardon Me. Not Please Pardon Me. I wanted to play, where did it go? Where the fuck did the song go? Here it is. You Got the Love. Here we go. This is Ray Parker Jr. Listen to Shaka's lyrics. She improvs these lyrics. I can't play the guitar for shit.
Love me right. What's the matter with you? Hold me tight. Why must I tell you what to do? Smiling comes as never.
Come on now. What? Shaka Khan? Shaka top 15, yo. Shaka top 15. They all started to sound like Shaka. Mary J. Blige. They all wanted to sound like Shaka. Even Smooth Shaka. This her telling a dude to come holler at her. This is how Smooth Shaka comes in.
Please pardon me, but I'm longing to speak. I hope you don't mind my staring. I don't mind.
Come on now. Yeah, Vessels from the Shaka School. That whole 80s power singing era was all students of Shaka Khan. I bet you if you talk to R. Kelly, he'll tell you he was a student of Shaka Khan. Men took from Shaka Khan. Chris Brown, you only on the list because of how many concerts you sold, but no way in hell you belong this high. Too much auto-tune, too much plastic music. Chris Brown, I'm not going to entertain Chris Brown anywhere. I'm not going to entertain Chris Brown anywhere higher than number 68. Patti LaBelle. She most definitely belongs on here. As long as she's been making hits, I love me some Patti LaBelle. Like this right here, my favorite Patti LaBelle song. If you're going to do a Patti LaBelle song, you got to start with this to me. This is my favorite Patti LaBelle song.
You
But if you want to take a song that showcases her power and her voice, it will be this at the end of the song. Come on, Patty. Come on. Come on. Come on now. Come on now. Yeah, Patty put chills on you. Patty put them chills on you when she sing. Again, this is going to be on members only and Patreon if you want to see the replay. Playing too much music. This ain't going to stay up on YouTube. This is not going to stay up on YouTube. No, it's not. Bill Withers at 24. I like Bill Withers. I wouldn't have Bill Withers as high, but I love Bill Withers. Songs like Lovely Day, written by Skip Scarborough. The same Skip Scarborough that wrote Lovely Day wrote Give You the Best That I Got by Anita Baker. Wrote Don't Ask My Neighbor by The Emotions. Wrote Love's Holiday by Earth and Fire. Can't Hide Love by Earth and Fire. Love Ballad by LTD. Changes by Kasif. All those songs were written by Skip Scarborough. And he also wrote Lovely Day. A lovely day. I wouldn't have him so high, but I'm not mad. Teddy P. Teddy P. I got Teddy Pendergrass pretty high on my list, too. I'm not mad at 23, but I have him within my top 20. Because he went from singing lead. He was also the master of a generation, you know? You know? Songs like this. Power singer. Had a love right here. And I lost it.
In the palm of my hand.
Palm of my hand.
And I lost it.
This is a lesson, fellas. This can happen to any of us. Limit 2.
Had a love so real. What a man can feel.
He can sing with a texture and a tone.
And
then he goes straight to power.
Maybe if I had spent more time with you, maybe then you still.
Triplets. That's the sound of sexy. When you want to make a song sexy, production-wise, you put them triplets in it. You don't play 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. Nah, you put them triplets in it. Bicycle, bicycle. Bicycle, 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 bicycle. You put them triplets on it. One of my favorite Harold Melvin, Teddy Pendergrass songs with Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes. You niggas don't know about this song right here. This is a song right here. He spends 5 minutes checking his woman. 7 minutes. The first 5 minutes talking. Listen to how Teddy P come in.
Hey lady, can I say something to you for a minute? Please? No, now. Before you take your coat off. That's it.
Straight up blues.
I've got something to tell you. See, what I have to say is so very important to our relationship. every time we go out on the town and get around my friends, man, you're always talking about what you got. What I done bought for you.
How much money I make. And what school?
And what school our children go to. And all the fancy clothes and the big pretty cars and the big diamond rings and the fantastic mink coats.
Is you for real?
Is you for real?
I don't think you are.
No, I don't think you are.
Sit down.
Sit down now. No, sit down.
Don't say nothing.
Don't say nothing.
There you go.
You see, wait a minute. That's your problem.
That's your problem.
That is your problem. You're always saying the wrong thing at the right time.
Tell the truth.
You see, I don't know how to explain it to you.
I don't know how to explain it to you, woman.
The best I can tell you is what my mother told me as I was coming up. She used to say, son,
chances go round.
Chances go round.
And the same people you meet
going up.
She said the
same people that you meet going up
are the same ones you see coming down.
You make the same old faces coming down. Tell the truth.
He spent 5 minutes checking his woman. And then towards the middle,
as you live.
As long as you live.
As long as you live.
He said his woman to listen. Then he bring his boys in.
Be for real.
Be for real, girl. It's some brown liquor music right here. Be for real, girl. Be for real. Man, he was checking the shit out of his gal. Don't be fake, woman. Be for real. Oh, my dad turned me on to that. Luther Vandross. I would like him a little bit higher, but I like Luther, right? You know, I like Luther. Again, this list is only dealing with solo artists, not group artists. Although that was a group song, Teddy Pendergrass had his own career outside of Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes. Smokey Robinson had his own career outside of the Miracles. R. Kelly had his own career outside of Public Announcement. As a matter of fact, most individual singers back then started in a group. Like Luther Vandross was with Change. He was with Change. We're not talking about lead singers of groups. Groups is going to be another discussion. This is just the lead. These is just solo singers. But my favorite Luther Vandross song was right here. I don't have a favorite. Actually, I don't have a favorite. But this is one of my favorites right here. Just because of how his lead is juxtaposed with the background singers.
Nothing hurts as bad as when you see you gave up
Marcus Miller on that bass.
Easily. Now I remember spending all my time on a dream that kept me wishing that you could be mine. Yeah. And I was hoping there could one day be a chance, whoa, for me to get the love.
Come on now. I like it really at the end. This part at the end when he going back forth with his background singing.
Go back a
little further.
Sometimes love takes a long time, but wait for love.
That I love anyone who had a heart. 9868 change. Listen how the song starts off. Starts out to Nat Adderley's production and Marcus Miller and Paul Reiser on strings. See, Luther knew how he could sing. He knew how to just make a song flow. This song is in 6/8, but it has a 9/8 change that goes back to 6/8 time. This song starts out at 9/8, goes to 6/8. Listen to this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3. You see how smooth they just handle that? See, y'all didn't pick up that. Y'all didn't pick that up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1. Woo! As a music lover, I love little shit like that. I love little shit like this.
Anyone who ever dreamed could look at me.
Man, as a drummer, shit. Yeah, Sissy Houston in the background. Yes. See, if y'all subscribe to to Patreon, we do this on Incense and Ashtrays. I'm only giving you. We're doing this little list on my end. If you're on Patreon, I play the whole song. I have dozens. I have probably over 100 episodes where I break down the music like this. So if you're not on Patreon, you're missing it. And what I'm going to do is, we're going to stop today at number 20. Tomorrow, we are going to review the top 20 right here on this channel, and then it'll move over exclusively to Patreon and members. Donny Hathaway at 21. I like Donny Hathaway. But Donny Hathaway had a lot of issues with mental health stuff, so we didn't get a lot of Donny Hathaway. But he did do a lot in the studio. He did a lot in the studio. I don't know if I put him this high because there's so many great R&B artists that's done more. I don't know if I put him this high, but I'm not mad at him being on the list. What's up, Amir? But that's it for today. Yeah, and Donnie sounded a lot like Stevie also. He sounded a lot like Stevie. But tomorrow, we are going to get to the top 20 of this list. All right? We're going to play some music. We're going to do the top 20 here on YouTube. I don't know. I might do it as a Patreon exclusive. I don't know. Because I might want to play way more music than I don't know. The top 20 may or may not be here on YouTube. But either way it go, all of it's going to be exclusively on Patreon. I think I'll do it live on YouTube tomorrow. I'll do the top 20 live on YouTube tomorrow. But the rest is going to be on Patreon. All right? So you can become a member. But I would prefer you go to Patreon. Because I'm more active on Patreon than I am on my membership level here. $6 a month on Patreon. Patreon.com/DejuanB. The links are in the description. Patreon.com/DejuanB. The links are in the description. All right. And if you're on my Patreon, I got a lot. I got like, when I talk music on Patreon, I don't talk as I give you the history and I play the whole song. Miriam, she knows. Miriam is part of my Incense and Ashtrays crowd. You know Incense and Ashtrays goes, Miriam. I talk a little bit, give you some factoids, but I play the whole song over there. I play the whole song over there. Someone said you would say Stevie picked up from Donny Hathaway. Remember, Stevie Wonder started singing. His first hit was when he was 12 in 1963. Fingertips. Appreciate that, human. Put that in there. But this top 20 we will do tomorrow, okay? But this it's going what we see here. So watch what you're watching right now. This is about to go up on Patreon exclusively, all right? And my membership level. But thank y'all for listening. We will be back. Appreciate that, Sean. We will be back with y'all tomorrow to conclude the top 25 R&B. You're going to get my explanation, and we're going to play some music too, all right? Thank y'all again for listening. Remember, there are no perfect messengers. Only perfect messages for those willing to pick up the game. I will holler at y'all tomorrow.